Welcome to Pathways to Success, a program that supports micro, small, and medium enterprises here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. I'm Mai Rodriguez. Kalinga Province, tucked in the mountain valleys of the Cordilleras, is home to an indigenous group known for their bravery, artistry, and unique way of life. The rich cultural heritage of the Kalinga people is very much alive in their music, intricate tattoos, dance and rituals, and also weaving. Their traditional clothing is not just a matter of fashion, it is rooted in their history and beliefs. The unique designs, embroidery, and vibrant colors make Kalinga textiles a work of art. Joining us today is a woman who carries with pride the values of her forefathers and the beauty of Kalinga culture. We have the founder of Bagoyan, Jasmine Baac. Good morning, Jasmine. Welcome.
Good morning, Mai. Thanks for having me here.
It's very good to have you on the show. Now, tell us about Bagoyan. It's your Kalinga name and also the name of your great-grandmother. So, what is the meaning behind the name?
Bagoyan is the name of my great-grandmother. It means a woman of power, beauty, and strength.
What a beautiful meaning. Okay, let us talk about the beginnings of Bagoyan.
Bagoyan,
yes. Yes, you studied pre-law in UP, and then now you have a day job.
Yes.
You are the head of a department, right? Head of compliance and external relations for a food manufacturing company. So how did you start the idea? When did that come from, starting the passion project?
During the pandemic, I was here in Manila alone. My family is back in Kalinga, and I was like, what will I do? It was also at that time that my day job is just, we're still starting to Zoom on meetings, etc. So I was kind of scared, what will I do after? So I started my passion project. It's also one thing, or the reason why I started it is to help the weavers in Kalinga and promote Kalinga culture in general.
So the pandemic really opened up some doors, a lot of doors. For many people, actually, they started their businesses because of the pandemic, not just like in your case. Well, tell us about the roles that your great-grandmother and your grandfather played in your tribe, and how important is it, and how did it shape you growing up?
My great-grandmother is a mandadawak, as they call it. She is like a priestess, or I would not say it's fortune teller, but she helps people in the tribe or other tribes for like heal the sick, or when there are cultural activities, she is called to help the people. And my grandfather is a pangat, or a tribe, or a leader in the tribe.
So they all played very important roles, right? So was there a lot of pressure to live up to that name?
I would say there is no pressure, but I put the pressure upon myself to live up to that name, because I would want to make an indelible contribution to Kalinga.
Right, and that is one of your goals, right? To promote Kalinga culture and do justice to your beautiful fabrics. What were the challenges promoting the culture and the weaves? And tell us, how was it back when you were starting? What was the situation like?
I started during the pandemic, so there were a lot of restrictions and limitations. One of the things that the weavers were challenged with is the selling the products. They're limited to selling in the province, so it's really not that successful. So they shipped the products to me via couriers. It was allowed because there were masks, and masks were a necessity at that time. So challenges, I would say, because it was just during the pandemic.
Yeah. So initially, you sold the products online?
Yes.
And then did you now have a physical shop?
I don't have a physical shop, but I joined pop-ups.
Okay. Well, how did the business grow in 4 years' time, right?
Yes, 4
Yeah,
years.
so from online store and then joining pop-ups, how did that help you grow?
It was really a great journey for me because at first I was scared to start Bagoyan. But the acceptance of the Kalinga weaves, because as you can see, it's really pretty. All
Yeah,
the weaves
beautiful.
are different, colorful. So it was easily accepted by our customers. Most of my customers are really passionate about weaves. So it was really accepted by them.
So given the restrictions during the pandemic, you sold online, how many were you able to sell during the pandemic, and how did you know that this was something that you could really put your heart into, that this was something you could grow?
During the pandemic, I sold a lot because it was just masks, hand-woven masks. It was pretty, it was colorful. It is different from the usual masks that we use. So it was always sold out.
Oh,
Comparing to now, I started a clothing line. I'm also into fashion. I want to dress up. It's like motivation for me to go to work and all. So I started with skirts and tops, and it was well accepted, and I'm grateful for that.
Tell us the story about the story behind this skirt that you brought with us. This is one of the designs, of course, and the weaves, I understand, tell the stories of Kalinga women, their everyday lives, and their history. What was the story behind this?
This skirt is called Lilus Lusong. It's a kind of weave. Kalinga has different kinds of weaving. So this is one of them. It's also beaded, and this Lilus Lusong is like a mortar and pestle, if you could see it. It also has stars. The women of Kalinga, or the indigenous weavers, get their inspiration from their daily things, or the things that we use in Kalinga, like mortar and pestle, the stars that they see, the mountains of Kalinga, and all sorts of things that are found in nature.
And it's very intricate.
Yes.
And given the beadwork also, it's beautiful.
And it's all handmade.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Really showcasing the craftsmanship of our weavers or artisans. Okay. So from the masks, you started to sell skirts. And what other products did you develop?
I have this suit right now, the jackets, shawls, shrugs, and anything that I could think of when I'm into my inspirational thing.
Okay, we're going to talk about growing the business in a bit, but tell us also about the work that you have done with the ones who embroider in Camarines Sur. How did that come about?
I was always into pop-ups. I go to pop-ups, and one time I was able to meet Manang Bidi, or Manang Bernadette. She's the owner of Bidi, and I collaborated with her. We made masks like half from Camarines Sur. It is embroidered, and then half from Kalinga.
Okay, so the ones who do embroidery in Camarines Sur, combining also with the weaves of
It's like
Kalinga.
marrying two cultures.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So okay, we have to take a short break. So we learned about the love, the passion, and hard work that the Kalingas put into their craft. When we return, we will talk about the growth of Bagoyan. Keep it here on Pathways to Success. Welcome back to Pathways to Success. We are still with Kalinga entrepreneur, Jasmine Baac. So earlier we talked about how you started, Jasmine. No? Now I want to ask about the business side of things. How is it like working with the weavers of Kalinga?
Working with the weavers of Kalinga is, I would say, mentoring, teaching, and learning process for me as well. Mentoring and teaching because I teach them on the financial side, on the creative side, and learning for me because I learn a lot of like the kinds of weaves, etc.
Do we have enough weavers in Kalinga?
I think we do because it is really part of our culture, so it is passed down from generation to another.
Okay, let's talk about one particular weave, one design that you're proud of. It's called Bilaliktad.
Yes,
Did I
that's
say
correct.
it correctly?
Yes, correct.
Okay, we will show what it is and tell us about it.
Bilaliktad is a kind of weave in Kalinga. It's difficult to weave, so it's one of the most difficult to weave. It is made for the Kachangians or the noble families in Kalinga before, but now it's available for all.
Okay, a very intricate process also. Tell us about now the supply of raw materials, and are there limitations?
I would say there are no limitations for now because there are a lot of weavers in Kalinga and they continuously do it. We have a community of weavers in the Mabilong or in the Mabilong Lubwagan, Kalinga.
Okay, so your business now, do you accept pre-orders and do you also offer ready-made fabrics and clothes?
We offer ready-made clothes only, not fabrics. And we do pre-orders as well. And I also customize. Like sometimes we do for different types of women and different types of in different sizes.
So tell us about what your inspiration. What is your inspiration behind the styles?
I love to dress up. That's really. I'm not a designer by profession, but I always love to look at magazines. I watch fashion shows abroad and here, and I get inspiration from nature and the colors and how women use the clothing. Like sometimes it's limited to cultural activities, but nowadays I would want to have our customers to wear it on an everyday thing.
Yeah, and I like the blazer that you're wearing now. Is that offered in different colors?
Yes,
and
it
do
is.
you do other types of cords? They call it cords now, right?
Yes, I do cords like the blazer and a short or a skirt and different types as well.
Okay, tell us the ways that you help keep alive the art of Kalinga weaving.
I really want to promote Kalinga culture, and one of the things that's really embedded in the culture of Kalinga is the weave. It is called laga, as us is here in the book. Laga is part of our culture and tradition. So making most of it, like making a lot of clothing and promoting it, I do make it alive, or I have to continue it like our ancestors did for our generations.
And I noticed you make it so wearable. You could wear it to the office and not just for cultural events. How do you keep it modern and wearable?
I try to incorporate fabrics like linen and denim to the weave so that it would be more modern.
Okay, the other efforts that you help promote the culture of Kalinga, and also apart from joining pop-ups, what are the other ways that you're looking into?
Right now, last month in July, I collaborated with Panublix. We talk about regenerative fashion and how to continue sustainable fashion.
Yeah. And how do you now tap into the younger generation?
The younger generations, I have to say, are very into local nowadays. So it's not really difficult for them to appreciate the local and weaving. So I just make kinds of clothing that are suited for their age.
Okay, so tell us about joining the pop-ups, Artefino, and also what are the other fairs that you join?
I join Artefino, Katutubo, Habi, and Maarte.
Okay, and any fairs to look forward to this year?
I will be joining Artefino, Maarte, and Habi this year.
Okay, we will certainly look forward to that. For now, we will take a very quick break, and when we return, let's see what the future has in store for Bagoyan. Keep it here on Pathways to Success. Welcome back. We are still with Jasmine Baac of Bagoyan. Now, Jasmine, tell us about the younger generation in Kalinga. Do they help in keeping the way of life, the culture alive?
I would say yes, because one of the, it is part of the curriculum in Kalinga. There's a subject where they could learn how to weave. It's a project of the OST as well.
Okay, tell us about those projects of the DOST and how else does the government help in keeping the traditions alive and the way of life, the culture?
The government is very active in helping the Kalinga weavers. I would say this because it's really part of our culture. So there are initiatives for them to help the weavers, like via the Tourism Promotions Board and DTI and the OST.
Okay, you are one of the founding members and officers of a group called the Kalinga Laga organization. Tell us about the objective of this organization and who are the other people involved.
The Kalinga Laga organization, Laga is weave. It was formed in February 2023, like just last year. It aims to promote the traditional weave of Kalinga as a means of livelihood for the indigenous women.
Okay, you were recently invited to attend a regenerative workshop, a fashion workshop. Tell us about this workshop and how does it help with your plans to keep up with your sustainability goals?
I was invited in South Coronadal to talk about my brand and my plans to help on the regenerative fashion. Nowadays, we are into how we sustain or the sustainability, how we help the environment, circular fashion, upcycling. So some of my projects for Bagoyan is that I collaborate with jewelry designers like Piesa, where she does my scraps into earrings, and then we do upcycling as well. I take the old denims of our customers and put accessories on them.
That's great. We're hearing about that now in fashion, upcycling, recycling, right? And it's great that you're helping contribute to prioritize the health of the planet as well with your business. Okay, so tell us about more about your grandmother now. It is believed that your great-grandmother could tell the future. Because that's her role in the tribe, right? Aside from
one of her roles.
Yes, aside from being a healer as well. So if you were her, how do you see now the future of Kalinga weaving?
I would say it would be successful, very successful and very promising, because there's a lot of weavers nowadays and entrepreneurs who are really promoting Kalinga weaves, not only here in the Philippines but abroad.
Thank you so much, Jasmine, for your time and for sharing your advocacy with us. Now, please tell our viewers where can they see your products and where can they connect with you?
You can check me out on Instagram, Bagoyan_, and also you can check our pop-ups. I'll be at Artefino, Katutubo, Habi, and Maarte Fair this August.
And on Instagram, your page is right there on the screen. Thank you, Jasmine.
Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you for watching Pathways to Success. To entrepreneurs out there, keep expanding your knowledge and upgrading your skills. Because remember, the more you learn, the more you earn. I'm Mai Rodriguez. We'll see you again here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel.